in the next couple of weeks, I am going to try to tackle something that is just something personal that I want to do. I had to actually finish this fucking series because I tried years ago and I never got past volume 8. I don't know what happened, but I genuinely really like the series because like for Christmas I got like 6 of these at once. So I have 12 volumes right now. I'm going to try to tackle this. Like people said this is like a really sad story, but it's also connecting to like another story because Clamp does that. Shared like multi-universe is Clamp's whole thing from what I can remember. And these are the characters from Card Sakura, which was like a childhood favorite of mine. Some of Kiro, Tori, and Julian, that was their fucking names. They sounded like Ed and Eddie. I can't be the only one who thought that, right? I googled it, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't, but they just sound so much like them. Someone needs to put clips side by side because they legit sound the same. I'm sure Crunchyroll also has an English dubbed version, but it's not the Canadian American version. There's another country I forget, but they follow the actual script more because in America the Card Captors was designed for boys even though it was originally a shoujo, which just makes me like, why was that the process in your head that you thought was good? This was a show that was mostly romance and you're going to make it geared towards boys because the original was Card Captor Sakura and then they changed it to just Card Captor because boys liked it. There's also some drama series that I need to go through. I'm also playing a video game at the same time that has a storyline. I have 3 books that I'm currently going through. I'm still not done with Heaven's Official Blessing. I'm sorry, I've been distracted and I don't know, December was kind of depressing, so I kind of wanted something happy, so I might have picked up a romance instead. So at least that one was actually a romance. Last Christmas I tried to pick up a romance about a figure skater and a cowboy. Trauma, scarred for life. That summary was a lie. I don't even want to remember the title of that book. I wanted a cute Christmas story and I got time skips and trauma. That was a weird mix. I just literally need to stop pushing it off and read the damn book because I'm actually pretty fast at reading. And the other one is going to take time because I'm annotating it physically and not on my Kindle, which is what I usually do most of the time. Like, your girl reads everywhere, okay? At work, I read every morning. Just saying. On the bus, I read. In my bed, I read a lot. I'm kind of hyper fixated on something else right now because I'm almost done reading this, which was done by a creator here on TikTok. And let's just say it's inspired by Twilight, but written better. I'm just saying. Like, Stylus and Belle are my favorite characters. Lavender's like 3rd place, but like, Stylus is such a sweetheart. I love him. And Belle is so fucking funny. And she a ride or die. She a girl's girl. I'm actually almost done with that one. I think I'm about to hit page 100, so I don't know. Kendall's a little weird on that, so I don't ever actually know how much I'm actually reading, but like, I'm almost done with that, so I want to finish that. Then I have to get through Heaven's Official Blessing, and then I have the last 2 because I already bought the other 2 because I love this series. I love it. I love this series. Watchon is my favorite fucking character. Anyway, I need to do that. But I also wanted to read Kami-sama Kiss because that's my favorite JoJo. So, I don't know. Is Tsubasa even worth reading? Is it worth it? I don't know. So I might just start playing into my content depending if I actually get super obsessed or not. So, who knows? I'm having a weird day because usually I do this sort of stuff in the morning and it's pitch black outside right now. Yeah, okay. I should go. Bye. This is going to be a long video because I'm talking about Tsubasa and basically my thoughts and like theories and stuff like that of what I've read so far, because technically I'm finishing the 3rd Omnius edition. I'm about to start the 4th one. So I'm about to go into the books that I've never been able to read and I am confused. This is literally where I've been keeping track of everything. Like my notes on my opinions when I started reading, and also probably the most stupidest thing that I probably have ever done, but I felt like the need I wanted to do. Actually writing down all the worlds that they've gone to so far, and then I'm going to basically be like, okay, what do I remember and do I like this world? The stupidest thing ever that I've probably ever fucking done. It's a nickname tracker for all the nicknames that Fi has given Karaga. And I tried how many times he reuses them because he has a tendency to reuse some of the nicknames. Because even the writers probably were like, we can't come up with that anymore. And I need to add more names. This guy has written almost 30 names to this man that he's only known for like maybe a couple of weeks. It's insane. Absolutely love the dynamic between all 5 characters. Like, it is so funny. It's found family, which is adorable in my opinion. And I can't believe as a child or something when I read I was a teenager, like a young preteen when I read these or something. I can't really remember how old I was. All I know is that I was ending middle school or something. It could have been 7th or 8th grade. I can't really be for 100% sure. I think it was the 8th grade. Don't quote me on that. Anyway, my young self would definitely not have enjoyed this series as much as I'm doing right now. There are times where it's a little bit slow and draggy, and that's probably something that's still the same even to now as an adult who's read chunkers and like fantasy book. Not to spoil anything, even though this series is like over 20 years old. I think in Japan it was published in 2003. Don't quote me on that, I didn't look it in. But yeah, if you haven't read Tsubasa, like I haven't until recently, but I'm only up to volume like 9, so don't even do anything. I'm gonna try not to spoil things when I talk, but I think I really like all of these, and Fi is literally a secret badass, I can tell, just because like he's too goofy and stuff like that, but he's also like a powerful magician. And I think Kodakan even said that he can tell that Fi isn't really an idiot. And right now we're in the part where they're fighting each other, which is so confusing. Like, not like Fi and Karagan, they fight together very well apparently, but we're in the part where they're fighting the moon Dark Kingdom thing, and it's like 2 gods from the RG Vita whatever series, and I'm just like, what the f is going on? It's someone said that you can compare Tsubasa to Kingdom Hearts, so if it's convoluted, yeah, that's the whole point. Which is like, okay, I can deal with that. I mean, I finally want to actually read this series, and I'm actually doing it, and I'm reading stuff, and I clearly don't remember the worlds in order because I have a favorite world so far, which is the Kudan world, you know, the world where it's like a tiger. I can't pronounce the name, I'm sorry. But it's literally like people have Digimons/Pokemons mixed in ones. I'm saying that because you can only have one Kudan and you fight each other like it's Pokemon battle, but it's like a Digimon thing because like it's like the connection and stuff. So that was literally my favorite world, mainly because, it's gonna sound weird, but I honestly just love the design of Sharon's Kudan. This is literally my OG version copy. It's still in pretty good condition. It's yellowed, sadly, and if you don't believe me, here's the sequel, which is brand new. You can say that. And if anyone has any recommendations on how to keep these like protected in like a manga wrap or something, I would highly appreciate it because it's still in good condition, but I'm so scared to leave this out in the sun just because, yeah, I love the Kudan, just like how it's designed. It's so amazing, which honestly is probably the only part of the anime that I'm actually excited to see. And it's not just his that's fucking amazing, it's Kurogan and Fai's Kudans that are also just amazingly designed. I mean, look at Kurogan's fucking Kudan. It is gorgeous. It is amazing. Of course it's a dragon. Of course it's a fucking dragon. It's so fucking cool. I didn't take a picture, it's like screenshot of Fai's Kudan, but it's like a giant bird. And just look at this. Look at the love that this fire Kudan has for Sharon. This is the moment where Princess Sakura has woken up for the first time after her feathers were taken, and homeboy is like, I'm gonna stand in the rain so no one can see me cry, even though I'm clearly crying because my Kudan is just attached to my heart. It's trying to comfort me. And then Fai and Kurogan protected from the rain with their Kudans. It's so beautiful. I love it. This is amazing. I love this page. This page is amazing. So even though this series is kind of confusing me, technically I'm not a new reader, but I am a continued old reader, so, and I'm just, I don't know, I really am enjoying this series, and I really want to watch the anime, but I don't want to spoil myself because God knows how they cut it and edited it out. I knew they had a 3rd season in the works, but then it got canceled because apparently the arc that focuses on Fai's backstory mostly, which is the one I'm mostly kind of interested in, sorry Cardigan, and was very violent, which makes me think, am I going to cry in this series? I might cry in this series. I might be Sharon. I might need to stand in the rain without an umbrella and a Kudan though, and just cry. Because I don't know. Again, like, these are my favorite characters from Cardcaptor Sakura, and Sharon and Sakura are clearly in love, even in this world, and I've been told by other characters that they're meant to be together because even Toya and Yukito are here, and it's funny how when Sharon sees them in the other world for the first time, he calls him Your Majesty, and then the Yukito in that world is just like, Your Majesty, huh? I'm just gonna keep using that, and I'm just like, oh my god, that is adorable as fuck. And if you don't know, Yukito and Toya are technically a couple. They are together, and if you don't believe me, you can bite me, because like, literally, Clamp themselves have said that they're like a spirit pair or something. They are soulmates. They are meant to be together. They will always be together in any world, and so far, it's been proven. They always show up in the worlds together. So again, Clamp said it, and it's canon, and it's adorable. I'm surprised they haven't actually ran into people that look exactly like them in other worlds, or that could be what's going on in volume 9 with Sharon fighting against his friends, because like, I'm confused, but they don't recognize him, so that's not them, so that must be the other version. So like, where is everybody? I don't know, but I'm excited, and I bought like 3 more Omnius editions all at once. I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna buy 1 more, and I was like, no, I'm reading these really fast, I'll just buy another one. And then I was like, you know what, I miscalculated, I should buy a 3rd one. So I did. So I have 6 Omnius editions, and I have 7, 8, 9. I have 4 more to get, and then I have the complete series. And then obviously I'm going to read the sequel, and then obviously while I'm reading the sequel, I'm going to watch the anime because it's 52 episodes, just not a lot. It's like, it's there. And I don't know, will there ever be a reboot of Tsubasa, like the anime? I don't really know. I think that depends on the creators. But I wouldn't mind it at all. Just, you know, different voice actors and English stuff that they have to do it. If you know, you know, okay? Anyway, that is my thoughts on Tsubasa so far. I was going to make this short, but it's going to be long now, so bye! Oh, real quick. You might want to 2 times this. It's going to be a long video. Second thing, this is going to be a spoiler talk about Tsubasa Volume 10 through 18. So if you don't want that, keep moving. What the fuck is going on with these characters? You know how like the 5 of them like were a family, found family, the dynamic was working, everything was going great. I legit thought this was supposed to be like a story where it's happy and then horrible things happened. We go back to happy to balance that out, right? No, we did not. We got a nice moment where Tomoyo was still back and acting the same way she did in the Cardcaptor Sakura, and then we went to a post-apocalyptic world where shit went to hell. Tell me why. Now, fast forwarding here a little bit, our characters are not talking to each other, not trusting each other, hiding things from each other, specifically Sakura and Fai. Y'all are acting sketches right now. Kurogane knows that you're being sketchy as fuck, but refuses to stop you, even though he rightfully should probably bring it up to the now new Sharon that things are kind of going a little haywire. Also, the Mafia exists in this world, but at the same time, you know what? It shouldn't be a surprise. They went to a world where talking bunnies who thought they had to sacrifice somebody for the wind. So honestly, this should not be a surprise. It really hurts that the relationship that these characters have is literally crumbling in front of me, because I don't know, I don't think I've ever said it, but I think Kurogane is like my favorite character out of the 5 right now. Sakura, girl, you are falling down bad. Very, very bad on that list. Mokona is higher on that list than you are right now, and you are literally my favorite character from Cardcaptor Sakura, so that is a problem. Fai has given Kurogane 36 nicknames. 36 nicknames, with the exception of 3 of them being used the most recently. The ones he uses the most, Kuroga-sama, Kuroga-chan, and for whatever fucking reason, even back in the day, Daddy. Ugh. I has been conscious about using these nicknames just to tease him because he thinks it's funny. And I don't know, I feel like it was his way of pretending to be close to Kurogane. And apparently a boundary was crossed. I don't understand the boundary. I was never explained a boundary. And I have a feeling he had a traumatic childhood. He also did not want to exist anymore. Their relationship has clearly changed since Bai became a vampire, granted against his will. But Kurogane just refused to let him perish. And now he's using his actual name, which is a conscious choice on Bai's side. Then we get to this part where I think the parents are fighting, right? Bai's mom, Kurogane is the dad, which is something that Bai has literally said himself. The parents are fighting. Usually, I don't ship people, okay? When I read a story, it's mostly about the story and the characters. That is what I care about the most. So tell me why, and I know Clamp is not opposed to doing this sort of relationship. It feels like Kurogane and Bai are given those types of vibes, but I don't think they're actually canon. So I'm just like, first of all, one of them is literally a tsundere, and the other one is pretending to be a happy-go-lucky idiot so that he seems less scary. And now he and Princess Sakura are plotting on ditching everybody, which will hurt Big Puppy and Little Puppy. The kitty cats are fucking planning something, and I am pissed. Also, I'm pissed off at Sakura wasting time and risking their lives so that she can get a device that she can travel the dimensions by herself with, you know? She's literally going to ditch them after they all agree that they're still gonna do it, even though it is the bad guy's main idea to keep them traveling together, to collect the feathers, make all this shit, alright? She, at this point, it might be like, oh, it might be safer for them if I just leave them, but I'm just like, girl, this plan of yours is very fucking stupid, and I'll tell you why. One, this device can only be used, apparently, from what I can gather, one time. And two, you don't get to pick the world, alright? You're gonna be stuck somewhere, alone, with no way to communicate, because Monica is literally your way to communicate. You are going to break their hearts. Bai can go kiss somebody's ass, because he is just like, very subservient to you for whatever fucking reason. I don't get it. I honestly don't. You've been asleep for most of this fucking journey. Granted, the Sharon that he actually treated like a friend, gouged out his eye and ate it and stole his magic. That, I understand. That he doesn't know this Sharon, and he clearly wanted to keep the other one, and wanted to keep their souls separate as well, which is horrifying to think about. But this family is falling apart. It is falling apart, and it's breaking to pieces, and I am getting very angry at it. So much so that I don't know. Look, on my Instagram, I literally said that I'm not going to be reading anymore because I can't buy the others right now because your girl got bills to pay, so money is not going towards the reading thing. The reading is literally just for fun. And I cracked a little bit. After I finished volume 6, it left me on a little bit of cliffhanger, so I instantly just bought volume 7. And then I started getting this feeling in my gut that's like, shit's about to go down, and it's not going to be happy, which is what is leading me to think that the kitty cats are literally plotting something that I don't like. So if you're new to Tsubasa and you're still watching, I don't know why, I'm going to explain why I'm referring to them as Puppy and Kitty, because it's literally from the video game world, where they went by aliases, Big Kitty, Little Kitty, Big Puppy, Little Puppy, which is just fucking ridiculous. So I miss things like that. Being in a fucking video game world where things were not as serious, I miss things like that. And now, everything's going to hell. What I do know is that by this Thursday, I'm going to buy the rest of the Omnius editions, and I'm going to buy the sequels straight off the bat, and I'm just going to spend the rest of my weekend reading this, because I really hope that Bai has a good fucking excuse, because bro, I'm about to beat your fucking ass. Like, I don't care if Kurogane, like, trusts you, likes you, whatever he fucking feels about you. I don't care what Sakura feels about you, I don't care what fucking Sharon feels about you, either one. I am not liking hiding things from people, and Kurogane knows he's hiding shit. He's known since the very fucking beginning, and he still let him do whatever the fuck he wants. I'm just like, bro, you have way too many reasons not to trust him, and you're still just like, A-okay, you're not stopping them. You're not stopping them. It just pisses me off. But again, they're adults, mostly. Especially you, Bai. You are fucking old as hell. You should know better. You should be able to talk to other people. Sakura needs to chill the fuck out before she does something stupid. Sharon needs therapy. God knows his family needs therapy. Just, bruh. I've invested too much time and effort in reading this series. This is my 3rd attempt reading the series, and I've gotten further, and I've really enjoyed this world, and I'm literally going through a withdrawal of Clamp right now because I'm stopping myself from reading, because I cannot deal with heartbreak right now. I cannot deal with heartbreak. I cannot. These characters were so fun to be around. Moving aside from the manga, I don't think I'm ever going to watch the anime, because I found out that they really kind of fucked it up. Like, if you watch the anime first and then read the manga, you might have really bad, like, thoughts about the series, but if you read the manga, it's actually a really good story, so I'm just like, oh, okay. So, kind of, maybe one day, I mean, they try to reboot Tokyo Babylon, I think that's how you say it, so who knows. But, I don't know, I wasted too much time and effort on this series that I hope it gets fixed, because to help with my wanting of continuing the story, I'm literally reading fanfics. Fix-its, actually, because shit is not going well. I really hope it's not a sad ending. I really hope this is not a sad ending. I really hope I didn't waste this much time and money on a fucking series. It's got a sad ending. I really fucking hope not. I'll find out this weekend, because that's all I'm gonna do this weekend. Once Thursday hit, I'm reading. I'm gonna constantly read. Maybe not at work, because I might cry at work, and I don't want that. So, mostly on Instagram is when I usually post when I'm reading or not. So, anyway, wish me luck. I don't know what else to do. Bye. Alright, so normally I would save this for like the recaps or situation or anything, but like, I'm almost done with volume 8, and volume 7 was a fucking roller coaster ride for me, and so many things is happening, and it's, oh, Fi, you poor child, slowing down on purpose, mainly because so much is going on in the series. Like, I'm literally in like 68% of volume 8 right now, so I'm almost done with it, and I only have 2 more volumes left to go after this, which means I have, I believe, 4 or 5 books. I think volume 9 and 10 were split up into 2 each, so there's like 4 or 5, I can't really remember. We were so close to the end. I can finish this tonight, and I'm just like, do I want to? I'm so scared that this is going to have a sad ending. And like, I always thought about I would read like XX next after this, right? But to see what's going on, because it's like a crossover thing, and I'm trying to remember whether it was the continuation, sequel, prequel, whatever it is, of XX that people don't like, or is XX actually worth like reading? Because I kind of want to read that next because it combines with this. So I'm not 100% sure. I have books on my shelves that I need to read through, but like I haven't picked my TBR for the remainder of the year yet. I feel like this weather is perfect for this sort of situation because it snowed again last night, and there's ice, and it's kind of chilly, but it's not like freezing -degrees, thankfully. I feel so bad for all of these characters, and like including Sakura. Like, bro, when you what the fuck are you doing to me? Oh my god. I almost cried a couple of times in volume 7, and then partway through volume 8 I'm also almost cried because I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on? But I want to say one thing. The Reed family, and minus a few exceptions, y'all have issues. Therapy. Anyway, I'm going to continue my reading, and I'm just going to fight through the heartbreak that I'm obviously about to receive. Night. Spoilers ahead. You've been warned. Time travel. Time loops. Clones. Very much Kingdom Hearts vibes. I'm just... What the actual... Just... Also, Card Captor Sakura might have been started from the events of Tsubasa. Just what the fuck? The bad guy might have manifested due to Cloud Reed's own want for Yuko to still be around. So he's not even real. So technically this is all Cloud Reed's fault. I don't really know. It was open-ended. The ending was open-ended. I have not read the other 3 just because I don't feel like I'm going to get a satisfying ending from it. I feel like they could have done more with this story. Like, it wasn't terrible, but it got super convoluted near the end. It was just like thing after thing after thing, and then like, why was this Shaoran attracted to the Sakura that reminded him of his mother? Dude literally straight up just said, you look like my mom. And I would be like, that's concerning. That's weird. Sakura's 1 from Card Captor Sakura. What the fuck? Whatever the hell that was. Fi's backstory was traumatic. I'm not going to rank the level of trauma that all the characters have gone through because that would be stupid. But hey, he and Kurogane at least kind of made up a little bit, even though he was kind of destined to like murder him. Violence amongst the group. Because before this page, Fi literally just decked Kurogane in the head. But it shows that they care because he's only doing what Kurogane does to other people. Like this. He also said that he wants to punch Sakura out for what happened. This is just how they show affection now. Just happy that the family is back together. I told you guys that Kurogane is definitely the father and Fi is the mom and Hokana is just an older sibling. I don't know what you would call them. I don't feel like the series was a waste of my time. I really don't. Out of 5 stars, I would give this series maybe like a 3.5. I'm not satisfied with the ending that the writers have given us, but there's a rumor that the story is not over because again, technically, is Card Captor, like their storyline and plotline and everything, just what happened because of what happened in Tsubasa. Because in Tsubasa, we see Cloud Reed telling the people that he loves goodbye, and it was Kuro and you know, the guardians of the book. He was saying goodbye to them. So I'm just, like, is all of this connected somehow? I don't even know. I'm upset that once Sakura and Shaoran finally fucking confess to each other that they love one another, they have to be split up again. And I'm just like, how is this fair? Like, they have paid the price so many fucking times. Because again, it's like a time loop with them. So they've done this multiple times. And I'm just like, how is this like we went from fantasy to like sci-fi, and unfortunately sci-fi is probably one of the genres that I really just don't like. So that is a problem, but it really did give me Kingdom Hearts vibe with the clones and then them going back into their hearts and like they want to make them come back so like they can have their own bodies or some shit later on because they want to see them again. And I'm just like, they're essentially just you, but they lived through shit multiple times. They've lived and died multiple times. Clamp ever decided to like continue the story on even past the sequel series that they gave us, I would be interested and intrigued because I don't know, I feel like y'all could give us a better ending or something else. I'm not trying to hate the ending. I heard the anime's ending was way worse, so that's a thing. I don't know. It just became so weird. They don't even get me started on Sexaholic being technically actually kind of important to read alongside this. Because Watanuki, bro, I didn't know that. But I guess he's supposed to also resemble Cloud Reed the most, according to the bad guy. But like, he also took Yuko's, I don't know Watanuki's story from XXL, like I'm just going off of what I gathered from Tsubasa. So it's just weird and like sad. And it's, I don't know. I mean, technically, Fi doesn't have a home anymore either. So he travels with Chama just for shits and giggles. Also probably to make up for the fact that he almost, you know, trapped them into a world where they died and Kurogane had to cut his arm off to save his life. Again, Kurogane literally has given a lot to Fi. Like, granted, Fi's no longer a vampire, so he's free from that responsibility, but he was still like, I'll let you drink my blood until the day I die kind of thing. And it's just, They are ride or, well, I feel like Kurogane would be ride or die. Well, no, Fi also gave up part of his magic so that Kurogane could have an arm. So, they've really just everything. At this point, they're just ride or die. This is their family. Granted, Sharon abandoned his parents at the age of 6, almost 7. And then he went to the Kingdom of the Cloud where he met Sakura and he was like, I'm gonna fall in love with her even though she looks like my mom. And we're really just clones. Like, you gave birth to your original or a new clone. Like, how does that, you know what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm not gonna try to analyze any of this because time loops and like clones and stuff, it's just too much. It's just too much. I don't hate it. I'm finally happy that I know the ending. It only took me so long. Third attempt. Third time's the charm, right? I don't know if I want to say that this is the end of my Tsubasa journey because again, Clamp can do whatever the fuck they want. We don't know them. They can do whatever they want. Like, haven't some of these people been waiting for like the conclusion to like X 1999 or something? And like that's been over 20 years or some shit. Clam will put shit on hold for years and then still keep going. So, but if y'all want to be confused as much as I have, pick up Tsubasa. I recommend it. But don't get mad at me if you don't like it. Anyway, I think that's it for right now. We'll see and wait. Who knows? I got into this series years after it was finished published, so we never know. We never know. I'm open for new like things from Clam. That ending though, I wouldn't even call it an ending. Anyway, have a nice night.